and welcome. I am your host, Susanna Mae O'Hagan, and today we are going to be talking about 11 things you didn't know about dance moms. The STARS base camp was actually in a nearby doctor's office. In a 2019 YouTube video on her channel, Dance Mom star Chloe L said the girls spent a lot of filming days hanging out on the top floor of a doctor's office. When they weren't filming scenes at Abby Lee Miller's dance company studio, they go to this base camp across the road. That's where the tutoring room was. That's where a lot of crews, offices were. That's where the interview rooms were. That's where we had lunch all the time, she said. The show was initially pitched as a documentary. According to another former cast member, Nia, the show was originally developed as a documentary series. It was supposed to be a 6-week documentary, and it obviously turned into much, much more than that, she said in a 2018 YouTube video on her channel. At the time, 9-year-old Nia had already been dancing at Miller's Pittsburgh studio for about 6 years, and she eventually convinced her parents to let her do an open casting call for the show. Abby Lee Miller isn't mentioned once in her prize student's memoir. Dance Moms fans were strongly divided on the feeling towards Miller, the show's dance instructor. Her brash, demanding teaching style often led to intense confrontations with both her dancers and their mothers. Maddie Ziegler, who was a clear favorite of Miller's throughout her run on the show, said it wasn't the easiest environment to be in. I quote, "I was stressed at 11 years old, which shouldn't happen," the dancer told People in 2017, to further distance herself from the toxic environment in the dance studio. When Ziegler wrote her 2017 memoir, The Maddie Diaries, My Story, she didn't mention Miller by name in the book. Ziegler told Cosmo in 2020 that she's at peace now after dealing with that as a kid. The girls were required to perform each competition dance twice. In her 2018 YouTube video, Nia explained that the girls had to perform their dances not once, but twice for each competition to provide the producers with enough raw footage for the show. Once for the judges so that there was a time where they could actually judge you. That was like for real, she said. And then the second was kind of like the do-over so that they got the shots for camera. Nia even said the judges left the room for the second performance. Ziegler said she'd never seen a full episode of the show. In her 2017 interview with People, Ziegler said she never watched a full episode of the show. She lived through it, so I feel like we don't have to watch it, and it was just so much drama that I don't want to see it again, she said. Filming the pyramid each week took a while. Yeah, so this one I actually heard about and I thought was a little crazy. The pyramid scenes where Miller ranked the girls' previous competition performance quickly became a hallmark Dance Moms on season 2 through 8. In her 2019 YouTube video, Chloe said the dance studio didn't use the ranking system before they started filming the show. She also said it took about 2 hours to film the segment. Imagine standing there for 2 hours listening to your dance teacher talk, and most of the time she's telling 5 out of 6 children how horrible they are, she said. The show isn't scripted, but some parts were apparently dramatized. Peyton, I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name, I am so sorry, Peyton, who appeared on the show for 3 seasons alongside her mother, Leslie, said the show wasn't scripted in a 2018 YouTube video on her channel, but it was heavily edited. Reality TV isn't scripted, but it's not reality, she said. The dancer said she and her mother were portrayed as villains from the very start of her time on the show, and she even received death threats. things are set up, Payton said. They never hand you a script, but all I can tell you is that they set up situations that might not have actually happened, which caused a reaction to something that happened that wouldn't have if they hadn't set it up. Yes, we've heard that a lot in these past videos, because I have definitely heard them say that quite a few times. The girls had to learn their dances very quickly. The girls had to quickly pick up their weekly dance routines, sometimes learning choreography in a couple of days or mere hours. Nia explained in her 2018 video that they usually started on Wednesday, finished it Thursday or Friday, and competed on Saturday. And if the girls were performing in solos or duets, they have to learn multiple dances in that time frame. The shortest amount of time we learned a dance was right before we went on stage, she added later in the video. JoJo started dyeing her hair blonde at a very young age. Before joining Dance Moms on Season 4, JoJo Siwa appeared on the spin-off series Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition in 2013. On Season 2, Episode 7, she was picked to perform a Rapunzel solo dance, where she had to wear a long blonde ponytail extension. During the episode, the dancer revealed that she isn't naturally a blonde. I've been dyeing my hair since I was 2, maybe 1.5, Siwa said on the show while her mother, Jesselyn, applied the hair dye. I'm not a natural blonde. I'm actually a natural brown. I get brown roots, so I have to dye it so it looks like I'm a natural blonde. The dancers were apparently a suspicious bunch. Like many athletes, Nia explained in her 2018 video that the young dancers had several superstitions, geez, that's a hard word, and performances rituals they followed. If your dance was number 22, it was like really good, she said, adding that it was considered the lucky number for the studio. The dancer also said that they had a handshake they had done before performing, and they always knocked on wood if they accidentally said something that could jinx them. One of the Ziegler sisters didn't dream of becoming a professional dancer. I think I remember that a little bit. Mackenzie Ziegler spent 6 years on Lifetime reality TV series alongside her older sister Maddie, but the younger Ziegler wasn't as enamored with the dance world. Dance was always fun because I got to dance with my friends, Mackenzie said on a 2021 episode of the Pretty Basic podcast, but it was never something I wanted to pursue in life. She said she never really wanted to do competitive dance, but that she even tried to quit to play soccer, but the producers denied her request to get out of the Dance Moms contract. In 2018, Mackenzie also wrote in her book, Kenzie's Rules for Life, How to Be Happy, Healthy, and Dance to Your Own Beat. I didn't feel like I was good enough, at least not compared to everyone else.